Hi, welcome to our first live. And thank you for joining us early, Martine. Really appreciate that. Hopefully, more of you will come in and jot down what you think. Now, today's live isn't just let's sit here and talk rubbish, although we probably will. We want to talk to you today. Well, he will. We want to talk to you today about the British, well, they're not, the Fish and Chip Awards for 2026. You have between now and the 30th of June to vote for your, not to vote, to nominate your favourite chippy in the UK. Now, Steve's t-shirt is going to say, well, it is right. I may be wrong, but it's highly unlikely. And today we're going to talk about our favourite chip shop and explain why.
Hi, Donna. I'm going to jump
It's
in and say
Dorinda,
hello
not
to
Donna.
people as they come in, because obviously things are going to hopefully go mental. Welcome those that are here already. Great to see you, even though we can't. Yeah, so
Fish and chips. What's our favourite chippy? Do we have one?
um, yeah, I guess we do. It's and it's not even one that's local to us. It's Mario's in Hemel Hempstead. And Mario's Fish and Chips, Queen Square, Adderfield, Hemel.
Oops, sorry. I don't normally have my sound on the phone. One day I really don't need it on. It's on. Yeah. Do you want to carry on? Queen Square.
Sorry, it was Dorinda, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I do apologise. Yeah, and it is
Queen Square, Hemel Hempstead.
I did say that.
No, you didn't say
I
Hemel.
did. I
Did
did.
it?
I did.
Let me know, girls.
Please. Please. I did say it.
Oh, that's a shame that you haven't got any chippies near you, Dorinda. Although, actually, this chippy that we like isn't even in our town.
It's half a mile away. Well,
Half a mile?
Half an hour away. So, yeah, it's from Penn's hometown. It's superb.
We found them sort of by accident. We stopped at the square, as it's known, after a cinema, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
And we went, oh, the chippy's open again because it was a chippy and then it closed. And we used to go to it before when it was Barber's, and it was okay. And then it went right downhill. So we said, well, okay, we'll give this one a go. We'll get some chips. And they were excellent. Hi, my cyber heart, Mr. Cyber Heart. I keep saying my. Yeah, we said we'll get some chips, and they were so good. We had them in the car, the windows steamed up. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. But since then, we've been in and
2 buses.
oh my God, 2 buses. No thanks, Martin.
I would get on 2 buses to go to the Mario's.
Yeah, as long as Jamie brought you back.
Or somebody else paid for the chips.
Yeah. What's your favourite fish, Steve?
Out of all, rock. Do
Yeah.
like a bit of rock. And unfortunately, it's becoming a fish that is becoming really hard to get. Places are not doing it for some reason. I don't know, religion or whatever.
Fish and chip shops around here that used to do it, and it was clearly on their menus. They've now got it crossed out. Don't do it. And they've said, oh, it's because it's part of the shark family. It's a dogfish. Yes, we know that. But
Dirty.
yeah. And
I think it sniffs its own backside.
There is one chippy in town that does rock, but because they don't sell a lot of it, they cook it from frozen. And it's not the same, is it?
No. Rock. One of the reasons I always have rock when we go to Mario's is the first time we went in, I got talking to the chef. And
you find that hard to believe, didn't you, that you chats to anyone?
Well, we're mates. I'm going to his wedding. He doesn't know he's getting married yet, mind you. And I said to him that you can get rock from places and you get a dodgy smell. ammonia type smell, and there's sometimes a dodgy taste. And what he said to me was, it's because it's not cleaned properly, and basically he spends. In fact, the manager even complained about the amount of time he was taking to clean the fish. But I stuck up for him, and now I think we're friends. So we always get looked after.
Yeah.
Always pay our bill.
Yeah.
No freebies.
Actually, I will contradict you there. We have had a free drink once.
All right. Okay, we had a free drink. But the menu is superb, and the quality, the food, and Sergin, the chef. I always get a cuddle when we go in.
He calls Steve Sir. He
Yeah,
really doesn't know him.
Yeah.
I'm just Penny.
Yeah. But he takes so much pride in his art. Let's call it an art, because there are some dodgy fish and chip shops, and it's beautiful. I mean, unfortunately, fish and chips is really expensive now, isn't it? And it's a treat. So when you get it, you want it to be good. You don't want to have to moan about the state of fish.
Absolutely. Or soggy chips, or
sausage and batter.
Oh, yeah. See, we do like a chippy, but I don't always want chips. I don't always want chips. I don't always want fish. I have to be really in the mood. You can get scampi, and in some places the scampi is just dry. I will have in the past often gone for a chicken breast, but they deep fry it, so it's got no moisture left in it, and you can't eat it.
Yeah, but that's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But they deep
but
fry it.
You've not tried it, so
no, I've not tried it there,
yeah, so,
because I normally go for haddock or fish bites, which are delicious.
Before we look
Sorry about that, Mr. Cyberheart, making you want fish and chips.
Well, if you get some, get me some.
Yeah. Hold on, I've just noticed you're near Skegness. We're up in Skegness
the other week
in May, and we'll be back next year as well.
Oh, well, in that case, maybe we can meet up next year. We like Skegness. We love Lincolnshire. Penn's Cornwall mad, and I like Cornwall. It's just getting too far for me to drive now. And we've now found a second love.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
And I can get whelks as well.
So, my cyber heart, where would you recommend we got fish and chips from? Near Skeggy. And Martine, is that a steak and kidney pudding that you used to have?
All right. Okay. I mean, the menu, they've got lots of different. You can even get deep fried Mars bars in Mario's.
Yeah.
While we're talking about Mario's, just like to give them a shout out to Ali, the owner, Sergin, the chef, Donna and Kerry, both
front of house.
If you go in there, tell them you know the madman from Dunstable, but they are really nice. They will look after you. And I mean, if you are in Hemel, go and give them a go this week, and then vote for them, because they need support, just like we need support on here. We need you to watch us.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Cyberheart has given a lovely message that we deserve so many more views than we get.
I mean, I'm thinking of going naked, but I'll probably kill the 5 or 6 we get now. But yeah, I mean, it is sometimes a little bit depressing.
But back to fish and chips, right? If you want to vote for your favourite chippy, you need to go to https://thefishandchipawards.com. You have until the 30th of June to nominate your favourite chippy. And then they obviously add up all these nominations, and they'll go out and they'll actually test your chippy. And I know what you're going to say. Trawler's catch.
Last year, we went to Skegness, and we was at Butlins. I'll tell you, that's where we are. That's where we stayed. £47 for 4 nights in a room, bed, bathroom, and we loved it. So we went back again this year. But last year, Some people that live around Skegness mentioned the Trawler's Rest and
Trawler's
Catch, sorry, and said it was rubbish. We went in there and we paid £14 off for 2 fish and chips, cup of tea,
and sides,
and
because they're included, aren't they?
And the fish and chips was superb.
It was delicious.
It was excellent.
And for me, what I love is they take the skin off. I can't do skin on fish because stop it. I can't do skin on fish, so I end up leaving half the batter. But yeah, Trawler's Catch was lovely. So we get there this year. We're like, yep, we're going to go and get fish and chips. And we did. And it hadn't gone up much, if at all.
No.
Oh, what a disappointment that was. It was so inferior compared to last year, wasn't it?
Nowhere near as good. The fish was thin. I had large cod, and last year it was a proper piece of fish. Lovely big bits of white, flaky meat, and this year, no. So next year when we go back, because we are going back next year, as I've said, and Pen, if you stay in contact with Pen, maybe we can meet up and you can show us the delights of Skegness.
Right, yeah, that would be really nice. But I've just seen Martine lives in Ireland, €20 for fish and chips for one.
For one?
Good heavens!
Oh my God. I mean, we paid on Saturday because was at their daughter's on Saturday, and I convinced them that fish and chips and Mario's was a good idea. And you had...
I had the fish
bites. We shared a large portion.
No,
of
it was a regular portion of chips. It
wasn't
right.
Large. Well, it was a regular portion. I thought it was large because we couldn't eat all the chips between us. And I had a piece of rock, and that was £21.
Yeah, it was.
But you had more fish bites than you could eat.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, I ate no rock, but I didn't eat all the chips. But yeah, so what's it cost where you live? Let's start a discussion on how much bleating fish and chips costs and what
Dorinda, you're right. When you find a decent fish and chip shop, you do stay with it. There is a nationwide chain, and I'm not talking Harry Ramsden's, of fish and chip shops, and it's called Mother Hubbard's. And when they opened in Hemel, we decided, we'll go in there. You know, we've seen people eating there, not on videos eating there. We'll go in and give it a try. It was 2 days after they opened. I asked for a cup of tea. The tea machine wasn't working. So me being me, I said, well, would you mind if I go down to Greg's and just grab a cup of tea? They said, no, that's fine. Got back, Steve went, you better eat these quickly because they weren't hot. It weren't hot when they came out, so it's not going to be hot now. And it was mediocre at best. The staff were too busy chatting to one another to care about the customers. The music was too loud. And I know this is going to surprise you, but I contacted Mother Hubbard's to complain. And nothing, zilch, nothing back. Now, if it had been good, I would have contacted them and said they are excellent. Now, after our first proper meal in Mario's, I went online and I left an excellent review.
Hence the free can of drink.
No, because that was way after.
But Mario's isn't a franchise.
No.
But Mother Hubbard's is.
And
what we found was, let's be fair, Ben, it was behind the counter was a load of kids.
That's what I said, kids, yeah.
So
we've got one in town now.
She's sitting on my deaf side, so if I repeat what she says, because I can't hear her.
Doesn't matter what side I sit, it's his deaf side. We've got one in town now, and it's good, but it is expensive. Considering they're a franchise, it is expensive. And last time we went in there, couldn't eat because it was greasy. I just can't do it. So that's why, we want you to nominate your favourite independent fish and chip shops.
But if you take my advice, which you normally do on a Thursday, even though it's Monday, give our friends a hand. Well, not friends. I mean, I talk to anybody, and everybody loves me. Go
Oh, no,
Farm
I knew
Foods,
he was going to say
Tesco's,
that. Everybody loves
Everybody loves
me.
me. So, I mean, I can't believe my number one fan isn't on here. Yeah.
You're quite right, Mr. Cyberheart. They couldn't boil a kettle. You know, the actual machine wasn't working, and they couldn't boil a kettle. What the heck?
You have to boil kettles.
No, we're talking about when they couldn't make me tea
I know,
in
but
Love Alberts.
what's boiled kettle?
Oh yeah. Well, he doesn't know, does he?
I mean, apparently you've got somebody called Kaichin. I don't know. I mean, we only live in a 2-bedroom flat, and there's rooms I don't even know about. Apparently, there's a cupboard where the Hoover goes. What's this? My partner and I love Steve. Those Thursdays always a highlight of the week. Was sad when you weren't feeling well. Unfortunately, you probably know my story. There are days where, I'm barely human. I struggle.
Sorry, I'm not laughing. I am. Steve has.
So yeah, I mean, I'll always do what I can. I'll always try. The thing is, Penn knows when I'm not right, and obviously, Harefield Hospital know when I'm not right because they're always keeping an eye on me. But I will always try and put a smile on people's faces. I'll be the one that's trying to make people laugh, and I'll do that for as long as I can. Really appreciate you saying what you've just said. It makes me feel good. So thank you very much.
Dorinda, that's a good idea. Steve could do a review of it. We have done reviews on the Facebook page in the Kitchen with Penn, but obviously they're just written reviews and photos. But if you can actually see it in real time, then that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it probably won't be this week because, as I say, we've all, well, I would, Penn won't, but say, we're in the same boat as everybody else. We're not YouTube millionaires. We'll never be YouTube millionaires. So money's tight. So maybe in a week or so, I will surprise them with the camera.
You are quite right. It sucks to have a bad condition. You've got a serious heart condition. We can relate to that. Steve has been ill with this since 2006. We have nearly lost him on more than one occasion. In fact,
I'll be filling up.
Yes, am I actually? In fact, Good Friday 2007, Steve's surgeon, Dr. Emma Burke, ran out of the hospital and stopped a surgeon whose name I really can't remember. He was going home to spend Easter with his family, and she stopped him, and he came back in, and he had to operate to remove the device that Steve had, which was called an LVAD, a left ventricle assist device, which did all the pumping of Steve's heart. That was such a scary time. They put another one back in. And, well, 17 years on, he's still here. 18 years on, really. He's still here. So we're very, very thankful for the NHS.
I'm very lucky.
For Harefield Hospital. And for you guys for supporting us all the while.
Yeah, as I say, I'm very lucky. I was in hospital for 7 months, and it's not the only time. I've been in and out quite a lot. But I met some fantastic people with the same condition as me.
Sadly, not all of them have made it.
Not all of them
and
are still here. In fact, a lot of them are not here. So I'm very, very lucky.
Lots of them have had transplants and still weren't lucky enough to be here, annoying their wife still all these years on.
Yeah.
Especially
transplants aren't. If you know anything about it, transplants are not the be and end all. My last visit to Harefield was told that they're probably looking at me having a heart transplant And I've actually decided, already said to Pen and my family that that may not happen. Even if they offer me one, I may not take it.
That is really good news that you're actually about to come off the list.
Excellent,
Um,
excellent.
you'll know it's
best for
always
you.
going to
The
be
best for
there,
you.
but the longer you can keep your own heart, as good as it can be, the better. I'm just gonna. Are you under Papworth, being in Lincolnshire? I do have friends who are under Papworth, so yeah, and a couple of those have had transplants, and they're doing well. They're doing well. Yeah, see, Papworth. So get the feeling I'm in. I've researched and know more than I want to know. But anyway, back to fish and chips. Come on, in these comments, name your favourite fish and chip shop.
How much is it? We've had a couple. How much is it where you live? Is it round the corner? Do you live in a town where you're inundated with fish and chip shops? Or is there one? Or do you live in a village where it's too far to go? Round here, we can probably get to 3 fish and chip shops. Pen will be able to walk to the 3 fish and chip shops. Possibly 4, to be honest. But yeah, they're okay.
The fish and chips might
They're
be okay. Got back. No, actually, I have walked to the closest one and back before, and the fish and chips have still been hard.
We're very lucky where we live, and the fact that we don't have a garden,
which isn't good.
Which is, which make life a lot easier for us. But
we have everything else we need.
Like everywhere else, we've got inundated with kebab shops and pizzas and chicken, SFC chicken shops.
I mean, when you think about it, fish and chips, they weren't a treat. They were a Friday night staple. And that was for all the family, not just for a couple like us. Was for
£11.
£11, that's about average, I think, Dorinda. Yeah. And that was for the whole family. I mean, you do it now for mum, dad, 2 kids who will actually eat fish. And I'm doing that because our grandkids are funny little buggers.
The people I was on about.
I dread to think how much it would be.
The people I was on about that live in
Woodall Spa.
You may well have seen
Butler's Empire.
Yeah, Butler's Empire. They go to Boston quite a lot, and I'm sure there's a particular fish and chip shop they go to. I think it's a little bit.
No,
posh.
I think it's in Lincoln, isn't it? The one they go to.
I think it's one in both.
Oh right, okay.
And they rave about it.
You used to live in Woodall Spa too. We went there this year. What a beautiful place. I was loving the history. The boards they've got everywhere saying, this was here and that was there. I love it. I love all that.
I'll do a song and dance if you can guess what cafe we went to.
Oh yeah, if you watch Butler's.
Well, I should think everybody in.
Yes.
No, because I'm going to tell you the truth. Because she won't. We went there. Yeah.
RAF Conisbee, this is.
Yeah, RAF Conisbee. We went and parked up, and it wasn't open. So we were thinking, is this place open? Anyway, there was a sign saying, come in free and whatever. And I said to Pen, oh, right, okay. She said, well, maybe we'll do the tour. And I went, yeah, but I don't want to be rushed around. So maybe if we could do the tour on our own, then yeah. Anyway, we had a look around a little bit of the museum to basically...
Said, can we go through on our own? They said, no, you have to go on the tour. So I was like, oh, and it's about an hour and a half. And we were like, right, he won't manage an hour and a half walking around. So I said, there's chairs, you can sit down, and Steve's like, I don't know. And then they said, you'll have to put your bag back in the car and no mobile phones. So I was like, that's going to be an issue because Steve's CRTD actually is not controlled, but it's connected to his phone and it cannot disconnect. tried putting it on airplane mode. It didn't want to know. So Steve will say,
They chucked me out. They held the door open and made sure I left. But on that particular day, we was told that there was a Spitfire
flying past in
over.
about an hour.
Yeah, but it was too long for us to wait. So we ended up at.
Oops, sorry.
Do you know this place?
Metheringham.
Sorry, everybody else. You know.
It's about 5 miles from Woodall. Oh wow, loved it.
And they loved me. But there again, as I've been saying, what's not to love? Didn't they?
Yeah. It was so good because they've got I'm gonna be a bit nerdy now. Sorry, Dorinda. Sorry, Martine. Sorry, everybody else. They have a Dakota there, a full proper Dakota, and we were able to go on it and sit in the cockpit. And they have a Dakota there because there was an American hospital not far from there, and they flew the wounded soldiers back from Europe into airfield in Lincolnshire and took them to this American hospital. And fantastic. Lincolnshire is so full of RAF history. It's amazing. I don't know if they can see that, darling.
That's probably a bit bright. But that's the app that
it's a CRTD that Steve has.
So it can shock me.
Yeah. Makes a change. It's usually me shocking him when I say, "Can I have this?" He says, "How much?" I don't know. I'm really happy that you people have jumped on with us. It makes it worth it, doesn't it? It makes it worth it because we do sometimes think that we're talking to ourselves, or Steve gets more down about the videos than I do, because at the end of the day, I'm making these things for dinner or for dessert or for the kids anyway. But you do get down about it, don't you?
Yeah, well, I'd have stopped.
Yeah, he would. But it's really nice. Your lovely words are really good.
To be honest, I didn't think I would. I mean, you know, we've had 10 people on, which is 10 people.
Yeah.
We did a run on
This
Sunday
night, yeah.
Sunday night, and basically it didn't work.
We were talking to ourselves.
We was talking to ourselves,
but
and it didn't work. It didn't record, so we had nothing. So we then decided to give it one more go. We've been up to 10 people. We've got 8 at the moment. 5 likes.
So
nine people.
Yeah.
Come on, if you're coming on,
come and say
doesn't
hello.
hurt. Give us a like. Come and say hello. We'd love to meet you. Coningsby as a spotters car park. I thought that was for dogging. I've done with people walking the dog. Sorry. Your videos don't get down. I've got so much going on. You know, I'm never feeling well. Pen had cancer, so we've really struggled, and we've been through it. So things like this don't really get me down. I just don't like wasting my time.
Dorinda.
You know, I like to. What energy I've got, let's get something out of it. And we don't get nothing out of YouTube, believe me. We don't. We definitely don't. I mean, we got 7,000. I say we.
7,011 subscribers, and you guys.
Nearly 7,800.
Oh, and there's 11 on the end anyway.
Yeah.
But it's the same people that comment week in, week out, and that is heartwarming. But you think, oh crikey, you know, there's all these people. Do they, just pop on and just give a like, even if you think it's a load of old rubbish. Just let us know you're there. I'm
going to assume, Mr. Cyberheart, that everything's okay, apart from the heart conditions.
Yeah, hear that an awful lot, that chemo can really muck with your heart.
We'll have to start our own club up.
It's I'm going to swear, it's shit, isn't it? It really is. No, but you get through something like cancer, and then you develop heart conditions. And it's just, you think, well, I hope you don't, because, there probably have been times when you think, why me? Hi, Dawn. Not that Dawn, another Dawn.
Oh, blimey.
No,
Not that we've got too many Dawns, but
no, it's not that Dawn. Yeah, it does. You do think,
thank
why
you.
me? So you've just got to be like, no, I'm going to hit this head on, and a positive mental attitude for everything. My glasses really, really does help, doesn't it?
Certainly does. So we've done that. Anybody got any sexual issues that they needed to talk them through? I mean, we might as well keep going for another half hour. So anybody need anything need to talk them through?
I'm going to ignore that. Martine, you're right. You do meet some amazing people on here. We have actually met up with Lou and Kieran from Lou's Life. We've spoken to Chris the Butcher. And it is nice. Some of you are like, that you do become friends. You really do. When Steve was first diagnosed, there was a message board, Cardiomyopathy UK message board, and I met so many lovely people on there, and we are friends to this day. Lots of them are on the YouTube page. I'm going to plug it again, in the YouTube page, Facebook page, In the Kitchen with Pen, and they are friends. They were there when I needed help being a carer for Steve, and they always say I was there for them, and they were amazing when I actually was going through cancer. They kitchen related, they bought me a Thermomix.
Yeah,
now,
special people.
Wow.
Special.
You do, in the worst of times, you can meet the best of people. But this isn't the worst of times on YouTube. This should be the best of times, and you do meet some lovely people.
But if anybody wants a Thermomix, I've got one for sale. Or not. Right, if we was to do this again, or make this a regular occurrence, I mean, don't always have to have a theme. You could turn up with a bottle of beer and have a chat. Would you come back?
Yeah.
Answers in the postcards or just in the chat. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Well,
that's good, Dorinda.
There are a lot of people.
Thank you, Mr. Cyberheart.
Mr. Cyberheart. There are many people in this country caring for loved ones. Don't get next to nothing for doing it. I mean, I wouldn't survive without. I mean, I can't even sort my own tablets out. My medicate. I mean, Mr. Cyberheart probably has the same issues as I do, whereas I'm taking so many blinking tablets. I take yellow ones, blue ones, green ones.
That's what it says.
Ones.
If a doctor ever says to him what tablets
ask me what they are.
Ask her.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Thanks,
I can't go
Dawn.
to the doctors without her.
No, because you forget what you've gone for.
After that last comment, I don't think maybe we should talk about that.
Sorry,
I apologise on her behalf.
Nobody apologises for me. I apologise.
To be honest, I say I do
but
say
he does forget, and I think that again is the medicines as well. The medicines, the heart issues. Dawn, you've got heart issues. You know, when you're not, your blood isn't pumping properly, it's not getting to your brain, is it? So it's not. It's logical to know there will be issues. I'm just waiting for what you're going to come out with next.
Well, I just, you know, it depends what sort of person you are. Maybe the blood's got elsewhere to go. I don't know. But what's this? I've got 7 different tablets, definitely. But yeah, well, I'll take your 7, and I will
raise you 9.
You know, probably raise you another 12, to be honest. Yeah, and
thanks, Glenn. Oh, right. Well, when you do,
okay, that makes life a lot easier. Can I call you Dom?
And yeah, we'll subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Addition and Adventures, yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. You've still got to live. You have this heart condition. The heart condition doesn't have you. That's what I used to say to everybody.
I mean, I will be checking that you have subscribed to us. But
Yes, bless you.
I mean, I'm hoping all the people on here are subscribers.
They are.
Still looking for my stalker.
She's having a dinner.
There's something to do.
She's having a dinner.
But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. Anybody got any questions? Come on. Anybody got any questions? Want to talk about football? Obviously, everybody's sexually adequate because no one's asked me anything. So, come on. Got any questions? Would you like to know?
Yeah, anything you want. I know we've gone off topic now.
Would you like to know how me and Penn met? I mean, I often ask
Why?
why.
That wasn't planned. Oh my gosh.
Now, I met Penn when she worked or managed a pub in Hemel Hempstead. I spent most of my lunch times in that pub. I actually said to my first wife that Penn was my lunchtime wife, and I can assure you it went down like a lead balloon.
Can't think.
Nothing was going on.
No, we were just good. We were just good friends.
Yeah, can't stand each other now, Marjorie.
No, I still like you.
I put a ring on it, and now I can't stand her. What? Put a ring on it.
Nice. Oh my god. Yeah, we are. We have to be. Because living in one another's pockets 24/7. If we haven't killed each other by now, then we must love each other. Put up with.
Yeah, like everybody else, we have our moments. I actually said to my stepdaughter that realistically, the only time me and Mum have a Barney is generally over the kids, and that's the truth.
I think that's the same for many, many couples.
I mean, they're all married and got kids.
Do you know what, Glenn? If you're ever down this neck of the woods, you and the missus are very welcome to come and join us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Friends are always welcome.
I might get a proper poultry. So take the notes all out on the plate rubbish. That's not what gets delivered, I can assure you.
No, you have that of a dog bowl, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh God, I sounded so common. Didn't I?
Right, come on in. Any questions? Come on.
Actually, I've got a question for you guys. How did you find us? Were you just scrolling and think, or were you looking for something in particular?
Which one of us attracted you to the channel?
Well, at the end of the day, I was on it first. So it has to be me.
You are the channel, Ben.
No,
You are
I'm
the
not.
channel.
Stop it.
I only started doing the Thursdays to give her a break, to be honest.
Yeah, and you do enjoy doing them, don't you? The difficult thing with Steve Does Thursdays is, like many of you, money doesn't grow on trees. Oh, thanks, Dorinda, looking for a question. Money doesn't grow.
You ended up here.
No, money doesn't grow on trees. So we have to, if we buy something to try it, it will generally end up being our dinner, or we'll eat it or drink it. Although there have been a couple of times when it's gone down the bin and down the drain.
If you see the videos, I always say it won't happen because obviously we ain't got money to throw away.
The cross and black roll soups, hideous things, weren't they?
We did a few film reviews, and they went down like the Titanic. So I definitely put a block on that.
We do tend to go to the cinema once a week because
at least, yeah.
Steve has a CEA card, which, Glenn, I don't know if you've got one. It's £5 a year, £6 a year.
A Ninja Man.
And it means you can take somebody goes in with you for free, so 2 for the price of 1. But Steve also has a Cineworld pass, so he gets in free, so we can go as many times as we like, and it doesn't cost us any more than that £19, well, £20 a month, and the extra £5 a year. So that's why we go to the cinema. And we were doing these cinema reviews, and it was quite enjoyable to do them because we actually discussed the film ourselves. But yeah, they just went, didn't they? Oh, just randomly appeared. Yeah, the 15 in one.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh, thank you, Glenn.
we can do them. I think what we need is if we do stuff like that, we need people to comment and because let's be fair, when we see that I don't know, 10 people have watched, maybe. I mean, I don't think it was ever that low,
No.
but they could have just looked and gone, don't fancy that, and gone. But it shows that you came on.
Yeah.
So if you comment, we actually know it's real people.
Yeah. Glenn, I wish I was sponsored by Ninja. I really do, because Shark Ninja, they're both the same thing. The Shark fans look amazing, and if they wanted me to trial one, I'd be quite willing. And the Ninja Crispy, Bridget, Steve's greatest fan, always comments on our videos. She's got a crispy and she keeps telling me how good it is. And we looked at them and we're like, a bit small. No. And then after Bridget kept commenting last week about them, we were like, do we want one? Well, do I want one? And I think we've decided no. But if they wanted to send me one to review, I'd be more than happy to do that.
I think there's only been 2 occasions that this camera's the wrong way round for us, so I'm hoping my fingers are the right way round.
Yes.
2 occasions where Penn has taken delivery, the pans, the Ninja pans.
Yeah, but that was because they were just, you can actually, Glenn, Ninja have a thing on their Ninja Kitchen UK where you can sign up to become a tester. Now, there's no guarantees you're going to get anything. There's absolutely no guarantees you're going to get anything, but you might be lucky. I was lucky and I got the Ninja Never Stick pan set. 2 years on, they're as good as new.
They are
absolutely.
Superb. And what was
excellent.
The other one?
My Kasori, Kasori sent me an air fryer, and I did reviews on that, and that was fine. Who did we give that to? So
it would have been one of the kids.
We give it away. We don't sell.
No selling goes on.
And my Kasori pressure cooker as well. Kasori sent me that as well, and that's good too. But Ninja, I can't fault them.
But everything else
is
we found the money. We've had to find the money for.
Yeah.
So when we've seen the praises of this stuff,
it's not because we're getting paid.
Absolutely not, and it's because, well, you should know me by now. I would not allow Penn to give you a load of old bunker about stuff, just because potentially you could get some free gear. It's not, we're not into all that. If I say something's good, then it's good. If it's crap, then
I kind of did feel
Frey
like
Bentoff. Stay away from Frey Bentoff.
I did feel like I was being a bit disloyal, but I also understand, as all of you do, that Ninja products aren't the cheapest. They aren't. They're expensive, but they're expensive for a reason. And Kasori are a lot cheaper, really. So it was like, okay, you can get one for this. Now, one of the original air fryers we had was from over the road in Lidl. It was a Silvercrest, and it was a little oven type one. Had a spit on it. Oh, that was excellent. And we paid 50 quid.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
I mean, we don't have a cooker. We have no other means of cooking apart from microwave, the Ninja oven, 10-in-1, and the air fryers. That's it. We gave the cooker away.
Yeah, which is just what we do. When we originally had the Ninja 2 drawer. Then we upgraded to the Flexi drawer, which if anybody's thinking of upgrading a Ninja, I would recommend that. We gave that to Chris, didn't we, your cousin?
Yeah.
My original Instapot we gave to Kelly, that's Chris's daughter. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
A lot of people, I'm saying a lot of people, touch wood, and I probably regret this now, we've had the ninja stuff for quite a while,
Mhm.
and we have never had an issue with any of them.
No.
But it's like everything else. There were people in other countries that.
So I'm just reading your comment there, Martine. Food from afar, if anybody's wondering when I'm calling Martine, that it nearly caught fire. What happened? A Ninja Twin air fryer nearly caught fire. Oh my
don't give
gosh.
Pen ideas because she'd love fire brigade to turn up.
Oh, I wouldn't
Does
give
like a
us to
fireman.
that. Well, don't we all, ladies?
Fire person, fire woman, or whatever.
Fireman.
What football teams do you support? Any Tottenham supporters? And I'm hoping not. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed our little.
Going the wrong way. Hi, Nick. Oh, right, Gail. Hello. I'm glad you made it. You did say you were going to be here, didn't you? I wasn't going to nag.
Can I call you Don?
Crikey, Martin, that must have been so scary. And did Ninja help in any way? Did they accept any liability? Yeah, you're right, Dorinda. It is a bugger to clean, isn't it? But I do it after every
I
use.
don't know because it's in that room. But I'll get Pen to show you the stuff that she uses, and she can do a little video of the inside of the oven. And stuff she uses is fantastic. Like everything else, we've had to hunt it down.
Yeah, Martine, I am really sorry about that. I think that stinks because.
I miss that.
Well, I said, did Ninja help her when her twin air fryer did that? No, they didn't do anything.
Do you know what? I think you have to push.
Gail.
Really push. Don't give up.
No, I'm as you can
because I
imagine,
won't.
I don't.
She'll tell you I
No,
won't.
and I don't either. Gail, that is becoming a problem, and they're not making any more. Now, on one of the other Ninja Facebook sites, it could have been one specifically for the 15-in-1. Some bloke said that he took it apart, stripped it down, and it was something to do with the wires. I will have a look, and I'll message you if I can find it, just in case you can do anything with yours, because the probe was what makes a 15-in-1, wasn't it? I mean, Leanne on the page the other Father's Day, she messaged because her probe had stopped working. She wanted to steam roasted joint of pork, and she wondered if I knew how long to steam roast it for. Well, unfortunately, it was Father's Day. We were out with the kids, so I wasn't actually on Facebook that day to answer questions. But it is happening, and that's worrying.
I'm assuming everybody can see the messages. So can everybody do me a favour? Can everybody else say hello to somebody that's behind, and just let's get it going, yeah? And also, I would like to hope that you've all joined the Facebook page. I mean,
if you use Facebook, not everybody does. We know that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, but and you're safe because I don't very rarely go on there.
You read the manuals. You put me to shame. Saying the manual to clean the probe white from tip to wire, probably because the wiring is weak. And yeah.
Manual.
Yeah. Well, you've seen what Steve does with the destruction leaflets, haven't you? Yes.
I'm a man. We know that's. Can't get it to work. It don't work.
I give it a cursory glance, but I always keep them. And when I give a piece of kitchen equipment to somebody else, they get all the manuals too. So I suppose I really ought to read them sometimes. Hi, Broxburn. Welcome aboard.
Hiya. Thank you for joining us. Well, we did get up to 11 people, I think. So
It's just nice to have just
that's
nice to
I'm
not be
happy.
talking to you all evening
I know.
or
I mean,
watching YouTube.
Well, they're probably
don't really
going
watch
down the pub
TV.
now. We'll probably say goodbye so I can go down the pub.
We don't go.
That's it. Well done, Nick.
Yeah, no, they've all done it.
Yeah, that's it. All say hello to each other.
They have.
You know.
You sound like, what's his name on the radio on Greatest Hits? When they, oh, blimey, in the afternoons, when they're trying to guess what the song is, where they do the, you know, he does that when he knows exactly what I'm talking about, where they do the little montage where they're trying to, so you guess what song it is. So, Nick say hi to Dorinda, Dorinda say hi to Nick, you know.
Oh, you mean on Radio 2?
No, Greatest Hits Radio, which is what I said.
Yes. Oh, what's his name? It used to be on Radio 2.
Hi, Rod.
Hi, Rod.
Broxburn, is that anything to do because you live in Broxbourne, perhaps?
See, isn't that nice? Everybody's saying hello to each other. We know can go now. Hi, everybody. That's it. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Aha. He's not far away.
Ah, okay. Not too far. Well, you can vote for Mario's the fish and chip shop. In case you missed what
See,
we
Glenn,
started
we
on.
have another one from Lincolnshire.
We
So,
do like. I like Lincoln. Boring to drive. No. I mean, what's everywhere? You got
it is, Glenn.
one car on the road. It's straight road, stretches for miles, and it's 20 mile an hour.
Dorinda, whereabouts in Kent are you?
This one, yeah, it's a gaming chair. I nicked it off the grandson.
No, we did.
Yes,
We swapped.
I gave him something
is a
that was
boring
worth
drive,
more
yeah.
than that. But, yeah. He didn't want us a Ninja.
Right, that's what we're talking about, Rod. That's what we started talking about. Best fish and chips. We've told you ours, and you can nominate your favourite fish and chip shop if you go to fishandchipawards.com, and you can nominate your favourite chippy, and you know, then if they get enough nominations, I don't know where he's gone. The judges will go out and they'll have a look and see what they think. Hang on, he's disappeared. I'll let you know. Well, I'll often sit on it if we've got visitors, and it is quite comfortable. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to sit on it all the time, but for what we use it for, then you know, yeah. Glenn wants to know. Thank you, Glenn wants to know what this is like. Is it comfortable? Is it good for?
To be perfectly honest, it's not the most comfortable chair, but you know, I'm old. I don't sit on it very often, to be honest. The computer's normally there for when I'm doing any editing or gluing together of the videos. But I think it wasn't the most expensive on that. You said what it is.
No, I don't know what. It's a chair.
I can't remember.
I'm a woman, for God's sake.
I think it's on the back.
About that?
I think it's on there.
It's an X-Rocker.
There you go. They're not the most expensive of.
And we did have to change.
By the way, this is a bottle, all right?
We did have to change the casters on it because it didn't
it's
slide
no
very
good on
well
carpet.
on the carpet.
Yeah.
We did have one of those plastic things, but that was as good as useless. So yeah, we did have to change the casters on that.
Right, I just thought I'd have a quick word from our non-sponsor, Rattler, the best cider in the world.
Probably.
No, it is the best cider in the world.
I don't know.
Rattler, and this one is
8.4%.
Oh yeah, oh dear, 8.4%. I love
I'm in
that.
for a night, and
It's probably the most enjoyable thing Penn's ever introduced me to in Cornwall.
yeah. That.
So if they want,
Where was
to
it from?
sponsor me,
Where was it from? Where was it from? Is that one that the kids bought back in May, April?
yeah, don't tell them because I think I've already drunk it.
Right. They bought this from Healy's down near Perranporth in Cornwall.
I'm not sure this came from Healy's.
Right.
I think it actually came from Morrison's. Story about it. We went to Healy's, the place they make it, and they have a shop, obviously. And we went in, and I was going to buy a crate of batter because you couldn't buy this
up home.
Up here.
Yeah.
And I spoke to them, and I looked, and it was like 24 quid at that time for 12 cans, 12 bottles.
Yeah.
12 bottles.
We're going back a few years anyway.
But even so, I said to him, hang on, it's cheaper in Morrison's down the road. How can that be? And he said, well, they can discount it, we can't.
Yeah, they buy so much and then they discount it.
So but it definitely is the best cider.
But it has to be served cold. They do various flavours now. You quite like the pear.
Sorry.
You like the pear, don't you? The pear cider. And I've got. Really
well, I hope no one upsets me tonight.
Yeah. Lemon beer. Now, again, those of you who watch Butlers know that Sharon was rather taken for lemon beer when she was on holiday. This was a pack of 4 from Tesco's, and with your Nectar card, they're $3.75. They are 60% Estrella beer, 40% lemon, and they are 3.2% alcohol by volume. That's my landlady bit coming out.
Well, I don't like gin, and before my illness, I didn't like cider. So
actually, that's an interesting thing. Glenn, have you found that your taste buds have changed since you've had your heart condition?
I still hate Tottenham supporters.
You'll drink Henry Westons, won't you?
Yes.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Yeah. In fact, there is a bottle in the fridge.
Yeah, it does taste like gone off apples. I've never liked it. Never liked it. My kids. Oh, sorry. My eldest daughter. She will admit that when she was staying at a friend's house, they were in the park drinking cider. I never did that as a kid. Never. But cider, no. Oh.
So
changed a bit, yeah.
It tastes changed.
Oh, you got COVID as well? Oh, Jesus. You were going for the, triple whammy there, aren't you? Bless you. Yeah, you do. You do. That's just, I think it's because they think all you Scots are alcoholics, isn't it? No, minimum price on alcohol up there. Oh, you poor thing. We were very lucky. We never got it,
cheap drugs.
Well, they don't have to pay for their prescriptions.
But there you go.
Or parking at the hospitals.
That's what I mean. What did you think I mean?
I know what you're like.
We got family who live in Glasgow. Yeah, we know. In fact, it was the only place I knew where the job centre had security at the time.
Now they all have it.
That was they all do now. Well, you get a job in there, it's got to be guarded, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had one job, and because it was actually Rabsy Nesbitt country, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Govan, yeah.
Govan. Yeah, they drove us round. The kids didn't live far from Govan. Not now. They live right on the.
Oh, they live in
river.
Ferry Village now.
Yeah, practically on the river. And sometimes the river lives on them.
Oh, how beautiful!
Now I've got to be very careful what I say, because I also love Scotland. But there is an issue with Scotland, and I have to be very careful.
Yeah, you do, because
I've got 3 grandchildren.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Scotland that having no Scottish in it up there wouldn't cure.
No, Scotland is stunning. We went up there last September because our grandson he had his first Muay Thai fight, and I wouldn't go. I don't want to see my grandson getting kicked, kicking somebody else. I don't want to see it. So me and Sophie stayed at home and had a lovely evening. And Aidan won his fight, didn't he?
But to be honest, we went in a pub the other week and we had something to eat, and I think up £7 for a pint of Inch's cider, and it's been a very long time since I bought a pint in a pub, and I thought, I wonder how I used to do it, but now I just no idea.
Well, if it's not made any difference, Rod, to the amount people drink or what have you, why are they talking about raising the minimum price again? That doesn't make sense, mind you. Governments, do we expect them to make sense? No. This is really weird drinking this up.
It's no different. The government up there is no different down here, isn't it? But let's not get political, but they are rubbish.
Yes, it is government.
Crooks. They're all crooks. Somebody must need another camper van.
I keep politics off the page, so we'll keep it off of here, all right?
All right. I thought you were going to, when you started that, I'll keep it. I thought it was a welcome in the hillside.
No.
I love that word.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do.
8.4%. It'll be a fight tonight, I'm guaranteed it. Someone parks in my car parking space, there could be a murder.
Craig's already in there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nah.
He is.
He's over there.
He's in our space.
He's dead.
We have allocated parking spots, and our next door neighbour doesn't have a car, and his spot is right outside our kitchen window, so we park there with his full permission, but then our space is the other side, and if anybody parks in there, because it was originally allocated for a disabled space, I leave notes on the window. I'm sorry. You're right there, Rod, they are.
Yeah, yeah. But it's no different than down here. Absolutely no different. I have had many arguments with people about that parking space, and I don't use it because I use next doors, which is directly outside our window. So I told you she's on the wrong side. But I have had fights with builders. How can I put this? Pikeys. People.
Mm-hmm. Did we ever? Yeah. I leave a note.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're in a disabled space. Would you like the disability that goes with it? Yes, I know. Storing away black pudding. Yes, and yes, we brought it home with us. Sliced it up. Vac packed it. Now, if you haven't got a vacuum pack,
why?
Yeah, they are brilliant because.
Where did we buy the pudding from?
Oh, where did we go for fish and chips?
It was an Italian.
A Viking weekend was on at a seaside place, not too far from Glasgow. They've got a really well-known
Italian cafe fish and chips,
gelato.
And ice cream parlour.
Yeah. So that's where we bought it from there, and we brought it home, sliced it, vac packed it in the freezer. But yeah, back to vac pack. They are definitely worth getting because we shop at Costco's occasionally, and obviously it's all bulk buying, isn't it? So I can get, or even just from over the road, a big pack of mints. I split it down into 2 or 3 portions because that's enough for us. Vac pack it. I've got hiccups now into the freezer, and it stops it getting freezer burn. It lasts much longer. Same with big blocks of cheese. Leftovers. When Steve used to fish, when we had leftovers, I would vac pack them. Then he could freeze them. He could take them fishing, and all he had to do was put them in a saucepan of boiling water. So we had a boil in the bag, proper meal. So vac pack machines definitely worth a while.
gives you more room in the freezer. Doesn't
Yeah, it does, because obviously it sucks all the air
And it
out.
doesn't all have to go in the freezer. I mean, you've got things like cheese and ham and whatever.
Even bread, as long as you don't suck all the life out of it, if you take most of the air out and seal it like rolls, then that's perfect too. I mean, we've had a couple of disasters with hot dog buns where we've gone a bit
Squashed them and
when I say we, yeah, and they're not very good, but they do. Yeah, that pack machine, that is a really good piece of kitchen equipment to have, isn't it?
and they're not expensive compared to most other kitchen gadgets. And I do. I mean, I don't know if you notice, I love a gadget. Yeah, do. And I like to repair stuff.
Get that.
But
Your thing on the table, the brown thing on the table. Loves the gadget. Just some of Steve's remote controls for his gadgets.
so I've got one that the batteries run out.
We are very lucky where we are, Glenn. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here now and I can see Lidl. If there wasn't a building there to my left, I would be able to see Farm Foods and B&M. 3 minutes up that way, I've got a McDonald's,
Sainsbury's.
a Sainsbury's, about 5 minutes. Next, KFC, Tim Hortons, a couple of really good large charity shops, furniture shop. What else is there? Superdrug. That's 5 minutes away. And if I walk another 5 minutes further on, I've got Aldi. And just behind Aldi, there's Asda. And I could walk it, Steve couldn't. If I walked along the busway, I'd be in Houghton Regis and I've got Morrison's. So, yeah, we are very lucky. We've got an Iceland in town, walking distance as well, Co-op that way as well. So, yeah, we are lucky, aren't we?
And as far as Lidl or for the backpack, the replacement bags are pretty cheap in there as well.
Yeah, Lidl, I get all my rolls of bags in Lidl's. As soon as I see them in there, I get a couple, get a bag of each, the big ones and the small ones. Yeah, Lidl is the place to go for those, definitely. Somebody on the page was after one and said, will you let me know next time they're in Lidl? So I did. I'm not sure that she actually bought one, but, I can only do so much. What is the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Yep. Alexa,
Yeah.
front room lights on. Alexa, front room lights off. We even have a good night routine as well, don't we?
Yeah, I did have it set up as when we went to bed, I'd say good night, and it would start singing Good Night Campers as we went to bed.
Oh, sorry, Dorinda. I set her a. Some things are really worth having, little gadgets like that. And I mean, it sounds silly, but the big light. Do you still call it the big light? Throwback from childhood. Don't want the big light on all the time. So, having that, if you want to read something, you just say, do you know who? Lights on or lamp on, and she'll do it, won't she? Even got it to turn on the computer, haven't we? Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah.
Now, Roger just said, do you mean living room? Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I've set off all your A's. I won't do it again. Till next time.
I might.
When the boys used to come over, they'd say to,
Hang on. Alexa, fart.
That was a triumphant one. Shall I fart again?
No, everybody else's.
That was a lovely one. Try
Alexa,
Play.
stop.
But yeah, that's what they
Okie
used.
dokie.
That's what they used to do, and they were rolling on the floor, laughing, weren't they? Yeah.
No, I think you're all sitting there waiting for me to apologise, aren't you? There you go. That'll teach and give you the kids to grandkids and letting them something to laugh
See,
at.
Dorinda's got a classy one that didn't respond.
My accent not posh enough.
Have to do stuff as well for my heating. For the heating.
Yeah. This is not our flat, so anything like that, I'm a bit dubious about spending the money on. I'd love it.
Dawn, yours was a juicy one.
Are you sure it was that, Don? Are you sure? You don't have one? We'll have a whip round.
Do you know what? That's another thing we've given away.
We've
given away, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
We've given.
Well, you know.
Three of the boys have had one. Give one to Paige, one to Tyler. That's our friends' children, because you know they need upgrading.
Say going to the bin, did it? In that room that I don't know where it is. Well.
Oh, she does, because if I'm up in the morning and I have it set to remind me to take my injection, so I will whisper, and she does. She whispers back. It's quite funny. Because it's like, oh my God.
We also got a, hey Google, what's the time?
It's 8:11 p.m.
Thank you.
Yeah, but that was a freebie, wasn't it? The Google.
Yeah,
You are, as always, very welcome.
See, things just know, don't they? You know what I mean? Just know. I mean, I think actually, if you ever do this, you're sitting indoors on your own and you've got your yeah. Have a go at it and see what it says. Yeah.
Oh, tell it off, yeah.
Have a go at it. Have a go at it. And yeah, you'll be surprised what it comes back with.
Glenn, they normally say, oh, you must have me mixed up with somebody else. I can't do that. If you ask Google to do something that Alexa's.
Well, I remember asking it why it couldn't do so. I said, you're useless. And he actually said, talk to someone who gives a shit.
I don't think it did. That would be funny. Yeah, right, well, see. And I thought it stayed lighter up there longer.
Is it dark?
Oh, it's 20, it was,
Oh,
I said 2011.
yeah.
Keep up, dear.
Yeah, we're a bit slow down here.
Speak for yourself. That's not the same out of a can.
Right then, so what would be a good day to do this?
Maybe once a month, not every week.
No, but...
Do you know what, Martin? You get the right answer when you talk to yourself. That's what I tell myself when I'm repeating myself 3 times to Steve.
What?
See? Any day.
Top man. Well, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been nice. I mean, we've gone off topic, but that's fine.
Yeah, but
as long as you all
be
vote
honest,
for
I
your
didn't really-
favourite chippy in the link down below.
Yeah, please do. And those of you who may or be close to Hemel, if you go into Mario's, tell them you know Penn. Don't tell them you know me, charge them all. And you definitely will get looked after.
No, I don't drink iced tea. I love tea. I'm a teapot, as you've probably seen from the videos. I've always got a cup of tea on me. I mean, I had just had one before we started. Iced tea, no, I can't get my head around it. I like my tea warm, at least warm. I like it hot, but iced tea, no. And then I see, obviously in America, their iced tea is so sweet. And I'm like, oh no, I just couldn't, no.
Well, what we'll do is we will. Obviously, we'll have a
We'll
few
forgive
more
you, Rod.
videos. To be honest, everybody missed the one we did before. In fact, I wish I had. But we'll have a few more videos. Keep in touch on the
On here
on
or
here
on the
or on the
Facebook
page.
page.
You won't get me on the page.
Glenn, when you do start up your channel, let us know, and obviously
Absolutely.
we'll
Promise.
give you a follow and a shout out, because
Cross my heart.
we have to look after us little YouTubers, don't we, Martine?
Well,
Food from afar. 'Cause if we
Someone
don't-
mentioned, I forget who it was, so I apologise, mentioned about letting other YouTubers know that we're doing a live. To be honest, we, or me more than anybody, have always mentioned, if I've done something that somebody else has done, I always give them a shout out. And I have asked
Absolutely.
people in Lincolnshire to give Penn a shout, and they don't seem to want to.
They did once, but not really. It was just when I was putting some some recipes on the Facebook page of theirs.
And I
she
don't
did.
understand why, because these other channels
Thanks, Martine.
are much bigger than us, much bigger than us.
Rod, can you imagine? He'd be like a bear with a sore head. Do you know what? Even though it's close season, I get Arsenal every day because he watches Arsenal Fan TV for all the transfer rumours.
I'm in a
God.
position like many people these days, and I can't actually say what it is, but I haven't missed any Arsenal game for 4 years.
You used to go to, before he got ill, he'd go to every
I
Arsenal
was
game,
I was
home
in Paris.
and
I was
away.
at the Champions League final. Followed them all around Europe, but then obviously
Illness.
life's a bitch, and I am able to watch. As I've not missed an Arsenal game for 4 years, and I've not left the house. So
Well, you have left the house in 4 years. You've just not left the house to watch the match.
I mean, to be honest, if Arsenal's playing, we don't leave the house. Really.
If Arsenal's playing, who don't leave the house?
Us, because if I don't go, you don't go.
Well, I might go to cross the Sainsbury's,
I might collapse.
even if I don't need anything.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I bet that's another subject.
No, you're right. And as an Arsenal fan, can you imagine? And that's not me. The frustration, and it's like, nearly.
To be honest, okay, I actually believe it's something to do with the NHS, and I'll tell you why. The night I was diagnosed, actually it wasn't the night, but within a day or so of
No, I thought it was
of being diagnosed with
dilated cardiomyopathy
Dilated
and
heart
heart failure.
I was supposed to start a new job a few days later,
swore.
and I was begging the doctors to let me go and start my work, this new job, because obviously I had bills to pay. I'm still paying for a house that I never lived in. And he said to me, "You don't realise how ill you are, do you?" And I went, "No." He said that we're fighting to keep you alive. And what I said to him was, "Well, can you keep me alive long enough?" This is God's honest. Can you keep you alive long enough for Arsenal to win the Champions League? No, as I'd previously been following it previous year to the final, and we lost to Barcelona. And what he said to me was, "I'm a doctor, not a miracle worker."
So hence the beginning of the NHS.
I believe the NHS are involved in stopping Arsenal winning the Champions League. So,
Martine,
to keep me here.
I think your team is my team, and the less said about them over the last few years, the better, don't you think? Well gone are the glory days.
There's people swearing at me on here.
Why? Who swore? Nobody swore.
So Chilson,
Oh, I did say that. I said swore.
no Tottenham supporters. Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
Right, I think we need to wrap this up because we've prattled on for an hour and 20 minutes now.
Yeah, sorry we've kept you from doing something more
Interesting.
interesting. I've had fun. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Don't forget, like and subscribe,
Really appreciate you all for
ding that
joining
ding-a-ling,
us.
and obviously keep cooking.
Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.
Keep cooking now, please. Bye, guys. And you don't want to press end, not yet.
And
Yeah.